Hi my friends. I found a tutorial on YouTube in which this part is modeled. Rocky Lever is the name. In my tutorial you have the link in the description, so you can study that tutorial. As before, I saw a modeling strategy that I didn't like, so I decided to present my strategy to you. You see, there are some features somehow complicated. If you look to the drawing, you see all the situation. These are two presentation of the object in 3D, and the dimensions are all over here. The part itself is this. This is what we want to create, yes, with a lot of features. Look here. You understand that I created myself the drawing and this part. We respect the drawing and we create the part as usual. Let's go. The first sketch is placed in the XY plane. We create a circle with a diameter of 58, and then we draw a contour. Take a look here where you see what I want to do. This contour I want to do, dimensions are here. We select a point on the circle, click, keep pressed the left button, and then we draw a tangent. Now, also keeping pressed the left button, we draw an arc, and then another line, another one, and the tangent as final. Is this difficult? I think that everyone can make such a simple thing. I enable construction line and I draw a vertical line. You see the mark of vertical and a line to the center green of the other line, as you can see. I apply perpendicular between these two lines. I disable construction. Now dimensions. Radius of 16. Distance from the centers 65. This line with this at an angle of 76.04. This point at a distance of 22.86. In the mentioned tutorial, this dimension is missing, even if it is placed in the drawing. This is 33, and now we apply here 38.5 dimensions in the drawing. The length 110.5, and this is white. This means fully constrained, as you can see. Okay, we have two closed contours here. One is this and the other is this one. We create two extrusions now. Extrude this on 15, you see this in the drawing, and plus this one of 96. Okay, F6. Now I want to apply material because I want to see the final presentation from the start moment. Stainless steel austenitic, and I accept the semi-polished appearance of the part. Now, if you take a look at the drawing, there is a fillet here with the radius of 20 and two ends with radius 8. This is 20 plus this is 8 as well as the other. Okay, now to finish this feature, I apply a hole here. This is the face, this is the center, and the diameter is 12 through. Okay, now I want to make a cut. This 56 and a thickness of 5 in the middle of this extrusion. Then let's create a midplane between two planes, these two planes. Then a sketch F7 with a single line between these two lines, but parallel to the end line at a distance of 56. Good. Let me project these two arcs to have a close contour, and then extrude symmetrical with cut on 5. Okay, this plane is no more interesting. Good. Now let me create these 4 holes, then this one. Sketch. We have 2 points. We add a line, again a line, which is also parallel to this line at a distance of 45. F7 to see inside. I draw a line between the center point and this midpoint to apply coincident the midpoint with this, and here 30. I place 2 points at the ends of the line and other 2 here to have no problem with selection. Fully constrained. Finish sketch. Holes of 6. All of them are selected automatically and they are through. Yes? Okay. The other one is in the middle. I reuse the sketch, make it share. Why? To use that sketch, F7, to place a point on the line and then a dimension of 85. Finish sketch. Hole 10. This time is 10. Okay. The shared sketch must be not visible because we don't need it. Good. Now we focus on this extrusion, which is here or here. Yes. The distance is 51. 15 is the thickness, and then we'll cut this. So let's create this contour at 51. Plane minus 51. Sketch F7. Project. Oh, but I want to project all the circle, so I apply again F7, project geometry, this, and F7 again. Yes, this is a little trick. Now I draw a line from a point on the circle, then an arc, and go back to the circle. I apply tangent between this and this. Okay. I draw again the line between this and the midpoint. I make this construction line and I apply coincidence between this. The radius is 13 and the distance between these 2 points aligned is 85. You see, exactly over this, but because we have 85 in 2 places, I have to respect the independence of these 2 features. Finish sketch, extrude this contour the other direction on 15. F6. Now we apply the cut 43, 15 and 10 at the start. We have to create a plane between these two axes. Axis, axis. I activate plane, create axis, this is axis, create axis, this is the axis, and now look at the plane. Yes? I want to have the same position, so I create the sketch here. F7, I project one line, two lines. I make them construction lines, and I draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Dimensions 10 from this to the end, 15 here, and 43 the other. It's fully constrained. Extrude the sketch, symmetrical, cut all the way. Okay. Now plane. F6. This feature has also a hole with a chamfer. The hole is of 10 in the center of this cylindrical face. 10 with the chamfer. Hole, face, center, 10. I know that the hole is exactly aligned with this, but I apply 2 because the features are independent. And now the chamfer of the 0.5, and we finished also this feature. The next is this one you see here, which is dimensioned here, and it is placed at 28.5 from the other end of the, oh no, from the bottom as well. Yes, and the thickness is 11. Let's create a plane at minus 28.5 where we draw a new sketch. We project, you know the lesson. I project and then F7, and I have the full circle here. Good. A line from about here, tangent, an angle, and to the circle, which is vertical. This end line is vertical. I project as constructive or construction the x-axis. Why? To place here an angle of 15. I move a little this point to have room for applying these two fillets on the sketch. You You see, because we need to have points for dimensions 20, and this one is on the same vertical with the center point. Fillet of 7 here and here, and now we have points, but not construction. I forgot this too. Okay, now a point is on the same vertical with the center point. The distance between this point and the projected axis is 40. This dimension is 20. And that's all. Very nice. Finish sketch. Extrude. This area, the other direction, 11. Okay. Visibility, and as you can see, this fillet is here for you to know, between this face and the cylindrical face. Good. Let's go there. Oh, this is the place. Radius 10. Okay. Now let's make this cut of 3 in the midplane. You know all about midplanes between two planes. One is this and the other is this. So we create a sketch here, F7, because we have almost all we need. We need to project this arc, yes, it's here, and also all this face. To apply extrude with cut symmetrical of 3. Yes, this is the 3. Okay. Visibility. Now there are 2 holes there. Let's place that 2 holes of 5. We create a sketch, we obtain points and hole through in this point of 5 and also this point. Okay. Good. We go now to the most important feature in this tutorial, which is this. As you can see, it is 30 millimeters thickness, and the midplane, again a midplane, is at 22 from the other end, not the bottom, the other end. So let's create this plane and then a contour with two tangents, vertical, and a circle of radius 12 placed at 200 and the dimension 80 to the corner, 22 from the other face. This is the other face, minus 22 sketch, project geometry, F7, line from this quadrant, this vertical, sloped, keep pressed the button, arc, slope, and end, tangent, equal between these two lines, and the same vertical, this is a vertical, between this point and the center point. Good. And also vertical is this line. Radius of 12, distance of 80, and of 200. That's all. Finish sketch, extrude this, symmetrical 30. Okay, F6. Now I take advantage of having this plane. I make it auto resize, and I create a sketch because you see there is a cut here. Yes, 40 with 14. In this plane we draw a single line between a face and another face. Yes, it is horizontal, as you saw. Look here. I project geometry. Dimension from the line to the top 40. Finish sketch. Extrude. Cut, symmetrical 14. Okay, visibility. Now I apply the external fillets, symmetrical of 50, to finish the external. So radius 50. And 50. Okay. The next is an interesting thing. As you can see, there are some lines here. This one on a face, and this one on the other face, limits from 51 from here, but we can calculate 29 with 51 is 80, so 80 is this. So 80 from the center, 108 to here is a sloped plane, because this is 30 and this dimension is 27. We have to create a small area here and to mirror it on the other side to obtain these sloped faces. Let's do it. We select the plane YZ, which has horizontal, vertical. Let's rotate this to have the real situation with the horizontal, vertical. F7, and now a line from this end to somewhere, a sloped line to here, and a horizontal or parallel one finishing with a closing line. We know dimensions, yes? This is 80, and this is 108. We draw a line from the midpoint to this point. This dimension is not placed, and this I'll make the end on the same vertical to be sure that only one dimension is missing, yes? We use this to create mirror of all this about this line. Apply. Now the dimension of 27 here to finish the sketch. That's all. Finish sketch, extrude this pseudo triangle and another pseudo triangle, all the way cut symmetrical. You see? Okay. Next, we create these pockets. The first is this one with dimensions given here. Radius 8 and 8 and an offset of 5 is here. Yes? Let's create this. We use this face for construction of the sketch. F7, everything to be construction, and we draw lines from here to here and to the circle. Another line horizontal, another one to here. I am careful to make no parallel and perpendicular lines, but this is horizontal. Look here. Now parallel these two, vertical, this one and this one, dimensions of 5, I select this to be the same all over. Yes. Now we are sure of all of them. Other dimensions. I create now an arc before the dimensions, an arc with the center here and about here. Why? To apply fillet of 8, fillet 8 between this line and this line, these two, and also here. The dimension is 36 and all the other are already placed. 36 to the center. I don't have a center. Let me project this to have the center for placing 36 here. Finish sketch. What about the depth? We have to subtract 9 from 30 and divide by 2. Extrude, cut, (30 minus 9 divided by 2). Okay, that's good. Now the other pocket, which is presented right here. 36, 99 to the center for a radius of 16. 5 as well is here, and radius 8. We turn the part, F7, all lines construction, and we draw lines here and arcs as well, like this, parallel, why not? Then I keep pressed the left button, I go somewhere here, I keep pressed and I draw another arc and another one, all of them tangent to each other, and lines, lines and lines. Here is something I don't want to be. Extend and trim, I suppose, this end. Now we have a nice construction here. Tangent must be the last because I missed it. And now these two are equal. This is with the center on the same vertical with the center point, radius 8 to the both, and 16 to the middle. Parallel this with this because this is already parallel. Dimensions 5 and from this line to here. Oh, they are not parallel. Parallel this our line, this one with this one, to place dimension here. But there is a line which is not wanted. I select it, look careful, and I delete. It has no constraint, or it has. It has. I erase this, also this, and then the undesired line. Yes, this is the way you can lose an unwanted line. Now the dimension is the same with this. Okay, fillet of 8 already is 8. And now dimensions 36 and 99. I project this 36 and 99 to the center. Finish sketch. Again the same depth, which is already written here. Yes, cut 30 minus 9 divided by 2. Okay, there are some fillets here, 6 and 2. Yes, but before we have to apply here radius 8, because this is made with a milling tool which has the same radius all over. Yes, this is R8 as well to the other face. Let's apply to be sure we did radius not 50 but 8. Is a small, but is necessary. And then radius 6 inside all over. Okay, very nice. Plus this one, which is 2. Also very nice. Okay. F6. Let's go here. Here we have a boss of as you can see here. Yes, or better you see it here. This dimension is 28 from 27. That means that 0.5 is here. Indeed, there is a radius of 0.5 on this edge of the part. So let's create a boss with a distance here 28 minus 27 divided by 2. We know the value but we don't make calculus with our head. Yes, this is our rule. Circle and extrude. The value is 28 minus 27 divided by 2. Okay, now we can apply mirror because we have the mirror plane, this one. Yes, I don't make it visible to use it. Mirror of this feature about this plane, and you see the result here. Okay, now I apply a hole. You see the drawing. Notice the spot faces here, 17 by 1 and 10 by 1. 10 is on this face or this face, but the hole is 8. So hole through face center 8. Okay, then we apply 10 here, spot face, this is spot face with 8 inside, but let me show where. This is 10 and the depth is 1 plus the other face, this face, this center, 8 tab 17. Okay, next are these 3 holes, 55, 45, 35, 3.2 and 12. We make a sketch with points 1, 2, 3 on the same vertical between them, and F7 on the same vertical with the center line. I project geometry to have a point and dimensions. This is not good. Vertical, this with this, and now all the 3 are on the same vertical. Dimensions to the first 55, to the next is 45, and the last is 35, which is the same with the back. Yes, in the center of this. No problem. These are dimensions, we respect dimensions. Yes. Finish sketch. Hole. This is not now, so I apply control click on it. Through 3.2 are the first 2, plus this one, which is 12. Okay, you see two small holes and a great one, but aligned very exactly with the other. Because we consider this independent, we place dimensions where they are placed in the drawing. Okay, the great hole here is dimensioned here 45 with the chamfer of 1 at both ends, and also a radius of 0.5 at the long end. Let's place them whole, this face, this center, 45 through. Okay, chamfer of 1, and also here. Okay, and this long end to be with a radius of 0.5 fillet, F6. Next are two interesting spot faces, these ones, which are placed on the cylindrical face, and you can see them here. As you can see, they are on this face. Yes, this face is this, and since we look just perpendicular on this face, we place these dimensions 39 and 45 from the bottom. I call this the bottom, I call this the long end. 39, 45, 21, two holes with 1 depth, and 8 limited to this face, not through. I turn back the part to create a sketch which has 2 points, 1, 2 on the same horizontal with the center point, and between them we move them inside. We apply dimensions 39 for the first and 45 for the second. Finish sketch, and then spot face with 8 the inner hole, tab, not all but 2, and I select the face for 2. I don't use this arrow to place the ends somewhere inside, because I don't know if the designer decide to change the diameter of the hole. If I place this here and I say that's okay, it is not okay. So I apply 2 and I select the face. If the designer decides to change the diameter, nothing is destroyed. The next is tab 21, and the depth is also 1. Okay, you see now the shape of these two spot faces. Next I apply fillets. You see radius 5 here inside, also radius 5 here, also here, and in this small corner which we can see right here. Let's do this. Radius 5 to this, this, and in the bottom here also. Another feature is this hole at 30 degrees through. It is placed just near the last fillets, so we have to create here a circle, and to extrude symmetrical we create a work plane based on this plane and this axis at 30 degrees, which is -60. I write here -60 to be clear. This is the place where we draw a circle with a diameter of 8. Same vertical, which now is horizontal, at the distance of 22. You see this distance here, yes? This. Good. Finish sketch. Extrude. Symmetrical. Cut. You see the hole is through. Okay. The plane is no more necessary. The last feature is this radius of 0.5 near the bosses. Let's create this last feature. I select this 0.5. I see an exclamation point here, but when I select the other, it's okay. I do the same on the opposite face with the same radius. That's all, my friends. Let's see what is the properties. If you model this part, you have to take care of the volume. There is an estimated error, but this is the precise element here. The last feature is this radius of 0.5 near the bosses. Let's create this last feature. I select this 0.5. I see an exclamation point here, but when I select the other, it's okay. I do the same on the opposite face with the same radius. That's all, my friends. Let's see what is the properties. If you model this part, you have to take care of the volume. There is an error, estimated error, but this is the precise element here. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.